Hello everyone, it's me, Ensign Ninja here, and if you've been in a Bear Discord server, you'll know that to celebrate Halloween 2025, Cheetah Man decided to reopen submissions for anyone who wanted to submit any skins in the form of sleepless submissions. So I decided for one more shot at getting a skin in the game, I'd submit not one, not two, but 11 different skins into the channel to test my luck. So, just in case none of them get in, I'm going to be showing you all of these skins for the history books, of course. Starting off with Zalgo. This is definitely one of my favorite skins I submitted for the event. It was actually made way before the event, but I decided to submit it here since it seemed creepy enough. Obviously, it's based off of Zalgo text. I know there's a creepypasta called Zalgo, but it's not really based off of that. And when it walks, it changes colors, so I think that's pretty cool as well. Next is a Modicon bear. I'm aware of the fact that this isn't Halloween based, but in a 2023 Halloween event, skins like comic book were added despite having nothing to do with Halloween, so I think this is fair game, at least for this year. As you can tell, the skin's got 4 idle animations and 2 walks. Also, it has the Lenny face, so yeah, this is definitely a spooky Halloween skin. Alright, next up is Eyeless Jack, obviously based off the creepypasta of the same name. Someone suggested to give it a hoodie, and I didn't do that because I felt lazy, and the skin was more based off the original image than any fan depictions, so yeah. As you can see, when the skin walks, it has these strange black liquid leaking from its eyes, which again is based off of the creepypasta, I think, so yeah. Overall, I like this skin, but it's not my favorite one I've made. Next, I'd like to show you the best skin created in bear history. If you don't like it, you're wrong. So here is this skin, which I like to call Jeremy Longfingers. Why is his name Jeremy Longfingers? Someone asked me what the skin was called, and that was the first thing that came into my head. Originally I was going to call it Realistic Bear because he's realistic, but I didn't do that. Overall, this skin was mainly made as a joke, and also I submitted it to Halloween submissions because I thought, imagine if this got added. That would be so funny, even though it probably won't happen since this is basically if Mole Bear and Morris had like a child together. However, that's possible. Anyways, next skin here is Candy Corn. If you've actually been on the Bear Discord, you'll know that there were, for whatever reason, a lot, and I mean a lot, of candy corn skins in there. I was one of the first to actually make a candy corn skin. I think Crouton Z did one before me, though. I'm still pretty happy with this one. I think it's quite adorable. It's got a lot of charm to it, though I do doubt it'll get in since, again, there were so many candy corn skins. But who knows? Next up is Alternate Bear. This is obviously based off of the Alternates from the Mandela catalog, though if I'm being honest, I've never actually seen that analog horror. The only analog horror I've ever seen is Gemini Home Entertainment, which are really good, by the way. If you're above 13, go watch it, but if you're not, maybe don't, because this thing right here used to be a human. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this one too. It is very simple, so I doubt it'll get in. I'd imagine it would only cost like 300 quids, but I do like it. It's simple but effective, to me. Next up is Brew, enthusiast. This was a skin I made all the way back in 2023, but I decided to give it a little fix because there was something about it that was bothering me, so this is the current version. In-game, I imagine the skin would be constantly changing colors, because obviously it's based off of the actual Brew, and I readjusted his face a little just to let you know something's a bit up with his brain. Basically, don't take drugs, kids. Especially ones that make your head abnormally big and make you change colors. Next up is TV Head. This guy's based off of the TV-headed zombies from Battle for Neighborville, which I only played that game once and I barely played it, so yeah, but that's how I remembered the TV heads and I decided to make a skin out of it. This skin's pretty simple. I imagine it would only cost 300 quids, but I imagine it would have this static sound that would play wherever it goes, which would be pretty terrifying in game, just walking around and hearing static approaching you. Also, there'd be this Easter egg where if the skin stands still, there's a rare chance it shows this face. I like to imagine that the TV's its own living creature and, like, possesses the bear, and that's just meant to indicate it taking over in a way, so that's kind of cool. Next up is Blood Moon, and no, this is not meant to be based off of Bear Central. He just has a rare Bear Lord as his profile. Anyway, this was an old skin I made a long time ago, which I decided to remake for this event, and I'd say it turned out pretty good. In-game, it would obviously just be like a reddish Lord skin, and it would have these 3D blood moons circling around it. Also, in-game, I imagine a skin would cost 1,500 quids, or whatever Halloween currency there is. Next up is Watermelon. If you didn't know, back then, people used to carve watermelons along with pumpkins back in the 1400s, so this skin takes some inspiration from that. Aside from that, the skin is mainly based off of pumpkin, so it's got the same stubby little walks. I imagine it would just be a simple shop skin, probably costing 500 quids, but overall I like this one a lot. It's got a lot of charm to it, and it's pretty similar to pumpkins, so I think a lot of other people would like it too. And for the final skin in this video, we have Tripophobia. This is obviously based off of the fear of holes, though apparently that's more disgust or whatever. I don't know, I'll look it up or something. This was probably the most annoying one to make for me, simply because it went through a lot of renovations before I could settle on a design I liked, but this is how it turned out, and I'm pretty happy with it. Anyways, that's the end of the video. If you liked these skins, be sure to like and subscribe. If you want, you could go in the comments and give these some reviews. Just remember, I don't mind constructive criticism, but just being rude is not something I'll accept, so yeah. Remember to be civil. Also, if any of these get in, I do not know. You don't get any messages, so remember that I'm not trying to leak any of these. I just genuinely don't know what'll get in and what won't. Also, if you want to use any of these for any, like, fan-made projects, because I've gotten a lot of messages about that, just ask me in Discord, and preferably release the skin after the Halloween update, just in case. Anyways, that's the end of the video. Goodbye. LOL.